Hello, my dear. Thank you so much for purchasing a 5-question tarot card reading with me. So I was spending time reading everything you wrote, the story, the backstory of everything you've gone through with this recent guy. So let's do a quick little prayer. All right, we ask the universe now to reveal to this client time what she needs to know. We ask may the information come through as clear and specific and detailed as possible, as she would love to gain information and messages for her love life. We ask that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading. Thank you. Alright, I'm going to have your name in my head. I'm going to be using my new tarot deck called The Wild Unknown. I love it. So beautiful, the art. Alright, so I read the story. You said you went on a date with this guy and like he barely looked at you. You guys were connecting at first through messaging, and then you met him, and then like he stopped texting you, and then like you recently went out with that jerk guy, and then I guess he found out, or he knew, and you knew, felt like from spirit told you he was hurt, and then you guys are now communicating again through Snapchat. I do see his picture. He seems very handsome and cute, I have to say. Very nice eyes, and the cat's adorable. So we're going to go over your first question here, which is Billy my life partner and marriage partner? Okay, I don't need to shuffle the cards for this. I'm going to ask the cards out either way, but I don't feel like he is. I feel like he doesn't even know what he wants. I feel like he's very confused. I feel like he's also really shallow. There's something about the way you looked that I'm picking up that he didn't feel comfortable with. I think the dork and awkward thing, I think that was an excuse he just said so he wouldn't hurt your feelings. But there's a very strong feeling like he didn't feel attracted to you physically. That's what I feel. And especially when they don't look you in the eyes like that. I've gone on many dates and I've experienced something like that before. It's not that he didn't look at me in the eyes, it was that afterwards he stopped texting me, and it obviously meant he wasn't interested. When a guy stops texting you, or like he doesn't look at you in the eyes, and you don't see that like genuine connection when you're in person, like to that point where he's like really paying attention to you, he obviously is not interested. It doesn't mean you did anything wrong. It doesn't mean, it doesn't mean you're ugly. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that he's not for you, and it means that he has his own agenda or whatever path, he's going to meet a different kind of person. So I don't see that being a serious relationship. So I'm going to shuffle the cards here and just confirm that, but I feel that very strongly when I looked at his picture, and from the story, the energy of the story you told me, that's what I feel. I feel like something, he just wasn't attracted to you, and he's a little shallow and picky. I feel he's picky, shallow, and he judges people, but he won't say it. It's like he has it in his mind. Alright, so is this person these I just switch over because they work good upright either way. So I got the Devil card, which is not a very positive card. I got the Daughter of Pentacles, and then I got the Mother of Cups. So there is this energy where there's something where it's not positive that I'm picking up. The Devil usually means when there's something negative and it doesn't seem positive, okay? Doesn't mean he's a bad person. It just means like there's nothing there for you, nothing to that extent of what you think, like a marriage or partner. Because I feel like maybe there's something negative he holds on to that he's holding a secret about and he's not telling you. Maybe he has emotional problems. You don't know exactly what's happening with him, okay? The Mother of Cups and the Daughter of Pentacles. So this usually means like, this represents you, and the Mother of Cups can represent just that kind, nurturing energy that you have. You're an empath, you're sensitive. It's like, even though you meet people that can, like, be struggling with themselves. It's like you're so kind that you want to help them or guide them or just be there for them, and that's okay. But sometimes you have to be there for yourself. That's the kind of energy I'm picking up, where you're very sensitive and open. So it's like you attract these kind of people because you have such a big light and you're so sensitive to things. But what the cards are saying, that when you try to find somebody or you're trying to attract somebody that is for you, always remember to stay grounded. I refer to the deer because the deer is very earth energy. The pentacles represents earth energy, money, finances, or just earth itself. It just represents you have to stay grounded with yourself and grounded with knowing what kind of person you want to attract, That's something that I'm hearing very important with you, like grounding. And I know you told me you've been feeling bad, the stress. I know the eating thing you were telling me too, or your face is breaking out. So you have to find ways to ground yourself, and this will help you then bring better energy, because right now your energy is all over the place and it's going to cause you to lose yourself, and you don't want to do that, So that's what's happening right now. So to your second question is, if not, when will I meet my life partner? I want to have children, be able to relate my soul intimately to another. It gets me so emotional because I understand that, and it's really hard to find somebody that's like to that point of like that connection. But it's like usually what happens is that you find that person when you least expect it, and it's something where you don't need to try so hard, it just happens. I know that sounds very cliche, but it's usually true. So I'm gonna pull out a couple cards for that to see. When will she find her life partner? This is great. So you got the World card, and you got Judgment, and you got Son of Swords. So these are very powerful cards. Your guides are kind of saying you still have to go through stuff before you find your life partner. There's still challenges or experiences or lessons that you have to go through to attract that kind of person. So I think they're kind of saying it's still not happening just yet. There's still a lot of things you have to go through, or you have to go through these tests or just realizations with yourself before that can happen. There's things you have to go through before that can truly happen. That's what this card's saying. Or things you have to learn before that can truly happen. The World card comes in. So usually that means is that there's a lot ahead of you. There's so many things that's going to happen with you. It's like there's so many things ahead of you. You have the world. You have the world ahead of you. This can also mean there's a possibility of meeting someone overseas, or maybe your life partner will be from a different country or a different place. That the World card usually can mean traveling somewhere. Maybe your life partner will be in a different country, a different place. I don't know if you're still going to that other country. I think you told me something of that. I'm not sure if you're there already, but that can probably mean maybe your life partner is over there because the World card's here. But it's still saying you have a lot to go through before you can meet that person. And then the Son of Swords, which usually represents like taking action and being strong. It's just saying like even though you have a lot to go through, know that you still have to be strong, and you could still what's the word? You could still date, you could still meet people, you could still like feel free. Don't feel like you have to settle or find somebody like right now, still go after what you want, basically what it's saying, and just know like there's still things you have to go through, but still have that desire. Don't lose that desire. Don't lose faith and hope. Don't lose faith and hope and love. It's like just don't lose that. Still go after what you want in life, okay? But there is a strong possibility you're going to meet this person probably in a different country or a different place or overseas. There's traveling for you in the future, most definitely. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, hun? And most definitely you are going to have children with this person, and you are going to meet somebody. That no doubt in my head. So to answer that question, You will. I just don't know the time frame. It's just kind of saying to me you have still things to experience and things will shift and change. There's still things you have to go through. Okay? That's what this card's meaning. Alright? Your next question is, how or what should I do pertaining to that person? I keep trying to snap him and send little chats here and there, but he's painfully shy, seemingly. Feels like it's moving at speed. Feels difficult. I'm gonna be honest with you, my love. When a person is like, I don't think he's shy, don't chase him. When a guy likes you, they like you, and they'll message you, and they'll message you back, and they'll chat back with you, and they'll ask you questions, and they'll want to hang out, and they'll want to see you, or they'll bring up, ideas. Let's do this, let's do that. So I just don't feel like he's for you. I don't feel like he's compatible with you, like truly. I don't see him to be a person that you could actually have a relationship with. I don't feel it at all. So like, don't try so hard. I know that sounds horrible, but don't try so hard. Do it here and there, but that's it. See if he misses you or if he wants to communicate with you. Don't try to communicate with him so much. That's what I'm picking up very strongly with that. Like, I don't even need to read the cards for that because I'm looking at his picture because you sent it to me, and that is what I'm feeling, okay? I feel like also he doesn't really know what he wants. I don't think he wants a relationship. I don't think he knows what he wants. It's kind of just a leaf in the wind. That's what I'm picking up too. And he's okay with being alone. I feel like he's okay with not having a relationship. He's okay with just talking as just people, which is not what you want. You want to find somebody. You want to have a relationship. You want to find somebody and talk to somebody that is possibly open to being in a relationship. I don't feel like he's in that point. I'm going to be honest with you. Or there's something that I feel like he doesn't like about you that he's not being honest about. So again, you didn't do anything wrong. He's just being his way. Everybody has their own perspective and idea of what their other half is. Am I going to move out of my apartment soon? If so, when? Alright. That's so funny. Right when I went like this card popped out, which is 1, 2, 3. This usually represents relocating, so it's hilarious. It like popped out right when I don't know if you saw it. You can go back. Like right when I went like that. So the 3 of Wands represents relocating. It represents moving. It represents moving to a different place or going somewhere. Definitely moving. So to answer your question is yes, you will be moving. Okay. I am feeling though, there's this feeling that it will probably happen. Like there's this feeling though, they're just saying you have to get yourself organized, you have to plan and make sure you have enough money, or just things in general. There's things that have to be organized, and so you could be prepared so that when you get there, you're not struggling. That's something that your guides are telling me. So it's like, don't rush it, they're saying. Just try to get yourself ready for that process. I am seeing that if you prepare everything and you don't rush yourself and you do it little by little and in a natural, steady pace, I feel like you can move. Everything can be processed within a year or 8 months. I feel around 8 months or a year that can possibly happen, but you have to organize yourself, be organized, be on it, and no need to rush. You get yourself organized, save money, be financially to prepare to that point. Okay, my love? It's so cool that this came out because it is literally the moving card. This is what the moving card means. I have released that person, karmic relationship, aka moving to Canada. Okay, but not really. So why am I this week seeking Rob's full name as well? It's interesting because I told you about something going overseas. You don't have to make that person to be your motive to go over there. I don't know if you're still going to go over there, but there's definitely in the near future of you moving somewhere or traveling maybe overseas or going overseas. Or like, traveling somewhere else or meeting someone else in a different state or a different place. There's something about that. So I don't know if it's going to be that place, but I do know never let a man be your motivation towards what you're doing. You live your life, you live your path, get to know yourself, find that love in yourself to, I'm living my path, and then I'll just, date people, and if they want to be a part of my journey, come along, but if you don't, then the hell with you kind of deal. You know, you continue going on your path. Don't let a man be your motivator in doing things, because I know you did want to go over there for like just in general. The synchronicities usually happen because sometimes you don't realize it, but your guides are probably sending you signs saying maybe this person's not for you, maybe this other person's not for you. You know, it's like sometimes we get confused on what the signs mean, and usually it can mean that if it's happening a lot, but then it's not really working out, it's because they're sending you signs so you could be aware that it's not going to happen or it's not going to really work out, and you should try to, you know, release from that, let go of that. You know, you're saying you have released him, but it's hard for you. Which is completely normal. So don't force yourself to completely release him. Like right now, do a little by little. Just release him when you can emotionally. Just find times where you can let go, cry, and tell the universe, you know, I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to attract the real love of my life. Please send them my way. Okay, so those synchronicities doesn't mean always that they are meant for you. Just means maybe your guides are saying you need to let go of them already. And especially that other guy that you're talking to. I mean, it's not a big deal. You don't have to stop talking to that guy on Snapchat. He could be your friend, but as a psychic point of view, I do see that there's nothing that's going to happen with that. I'm being completely honest with you. He doesn't care. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't care, being honest with you. So I'm going to pull out a couple of cards now to ask what's Spirit's last message for you, my darling. So let's see here. I love this. So we're still talking about love, so I'm just gonna, your guides still want to talk about love. They're just saying, you know, love, continue to love, and just go after it, you know? Don't let these guys or these guys that are just not for you ruin that concept of what you think love is. Like, it is possible. You can find love. The Ace of Cups represents love and you attracting love, and that is going to happen, like that love that you're wanting. This usually represents the idea of it and that it is possible. You know, you just have to believe in that idea and not be afraid of you know, how do I explain it? Like, you have to believe in the idea, believe in that love still exists. Like, you have to believe in that hope and that faith like you have been, and don't let these guys or these negative experiences that you've gone through with these people affect that. Again, you got the Son of Swords, which represents that need of taking action or that need of going for what you want. Like, don't let these people like ruin your flame or ruin like who you are and what you are. You are beautiful, you are strong, you are powerful. Don't let these people have power over you. You can find the love of your life. You can find that love that you want, and it's not hard. It doesn't mean that no one like that exists. You don't have to settle for like someone beneath or lower than you. The real person that you want does exist. So know that, okay? Because that's what this last message is saying from Spirit. Okay, my darling? So I very much hope I brought some form of clarity, and know that like you are on the right track. You're supposed to be experiencing these things. I feel like your guides really want you to, you know, try not to find that love within yourself from external things right now. Try to be with yourself in these times so that you can really know truly what kind of guy you want, and you can focus on that energy. And I think when you get distracted by these other guys and stuff like that, you then lose that you just lose yourself, and you lose you lose that sense of who you are and what you really want, because it's like it gets to a point that you get confused and it gets confusing. So don't allow these people to confuse you in who you are and what you want. Okay? So I'm going to leave you with that, my darling. I very much hope you enjoyed this 5-question tarot card reading. It was a pleasure. Thank you for reaching out to me. And I send lots of love your way. I'm always here for you, and again, you can let me know when you need clarity or guidance again, and I would love to check up. I'm sorry if I'm being really just really honest about this guy you're talking to me about. I'm being honest with you. I don't want you to get hurt, and I'm just being straightforward here. I don't sugarcoat things. I'm being honest with you. So I send you lots of love again, and many blessings, and I hope you have a beautiful day, my darling. Bye now.